December 6, 1917, two ships in Halifax Harbor, the Emo leaving, the Mont Blanc arriving, and they're on a collision course. The Emo is a Norwegian steamer on its way to Europe, while the Mont Blanc is also on its way to Europe, but it's loaded to the gills with explosives. And these two ships are heading right for each other. And eventually, they both reverse engines, they do what they can, but they collide at a very slow pace. And nothing really happens except on the Mont Blanc, a barrel of Benzoil falls over and starts to leak over the deck and over the side. And that's when the captain of the Emo pulls his ship back, creating sparks, and the Mont Blanc is on fire. Now across Halifax, people are watching this fire happen, not realizing the immense danger they're in. And 25 minutes after the collision happens, a 2.9 kiloton explosion erupts from the harbor. A massive mushroom cloud goes up in the air. Now in Halifax Harbor, the bottom of the harbor is actually exposed to the sun because of this massive explosion. And then all the water comes rushing in to fill that void, creating a tsunami that sweeps into Halifax. And that tsunami followed a blast wave that swept through Halifax, Africville, a Micmac village, Dartmouth, and it left a wake of destruction. In an 800-meter radius, every building was pretty much destroyed. 1,900 people killed like that, but 9,000 are injured. This is the largest man-made explosion in human history to that point. It actually wouldn't be exceeded until the era of the atomic bombs. And do you remember in Beirut when there was that huge explosion just a few years ago? That was 1/3 as powerful as the Halifax explosion. Now the Halifax explosion created devastation, not just in Halifax, but in Africville, the Micmac village, Dartmouth, all over the place. But also good things happened. A lot of people came together to try and help each other, and across the world, people came in to do what they could, especially from Boston. Do you ever wonder why the Boston Christmas tree happens? Why Halifax and Nova Scotia gives a Christmas tree to Boston? It's a tradition that started because of the Halifax explosion. It actually started in 1918, and then it was resurrected in 1971. It's been going on ever since, and it's to say thank you for helping us in our darkest hour. The Halifax explosion boggles the mind. So many people were blinded that the National Institute for the Blind was created in order to help all those people who had eye injuries, but also the doctors who treated those eye injuries learned how to remove glass and help people so that in the future, more people could keep their sight. So good did come from the Halifax explosion, even though it was a devastating event. So many people died like that, like Vince Coleman. Did you ever see that Heritage Minute where he's tapping out the message to the approaching train, telling them not to come because he knows that that ship is going to explode? He was a hero. He saved hundreds of lives, and that's why there's a Heritage Minute for him. The Halifax explosion is truly a remarkable time in Canadian history, and one a lot of people outside of Eastern Canada don't really know about. Out where I am in Alberta, there's not a lot of people who know about the Halifax explosion. But it was an important event in our history, a tragic one, but one that also changed Canada, and in the future helped a lot of people because of what we learned in treating injuries after the Halifax explosion. So that's the story of the Halifax explosion. I hope you enjoyed it.